Hey guys, welcome back to Fefe's World where cooking becomes easy. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Jamaican black rum cake. But before we get into the video, if you're not yet a subscriber, please hit that red subscribe button so you can be a part of my YouTube family. Alright guys, the first thing you want to do is to cream your butter. And I'm using margarine butter. You want to make sure that you cream it until it's light and fluffy. Alright, for this step, you want to add your brown sugar and you want to make sure that you cream your brown sugar and your butter together until it's light and fluffy. Alright guys, after I finish mixing my butter and my sugar together, you can see that it's light and fluffy. Alright, now I'm going to mix all my dry ingredients together. I'm using flour, breadcrumbs. I'm also using the mixed spice, and the mixed spice of all the spices that you will need. And of course, you need some salt to enhance the flavor. And what you want to do is to go ahead and mix it all together. But before we do that, I forgot my baking powder. You need to add some baking powder and just go ahead and mix everything together. After combining all your dry ingredients together, it should look something like this. Alright guys, so now what you want to do is to incorporate your egg into your mix. That's the creamed butter and sugar. And you want to keep doing this until it's all combined together. Alright guys, so now you want to add some rose water, and be careful with the amount of rose water that you add because rose water leaves a really nasty aftertaste. After you add your rose water, you want to add some vanilla, and then we're gonna go into our browning. Guys, I don't know what they're doing at the browning these days, but they're not that brown. After using a whole bottle and a half, it was not that black. Wish I was okay with the color, so it's up to you. If you want to add a lot of browning in it because you like your cake very black, then you're going to make sure that you add way more browning than I did. After you add all your liquid ingredients, then what you're going to do is to mix it all together, and remember to scrape on your sides so that you can have everything combined together. So guys, this is my blended fruit. I will leave the link so you can see how to make your own. So what you want to do now is to add your cream butter and sugar into your blended fruits and combine them all together. Alright guys, you definitely want to get a large enough container to do this mixing because it can become very messy. Now as you can see, I'm adding my dry ingredients into my liquid ingredients, and what I'm doing is to cut and fold. Alright, I am actually going to do it in 3 parts because I don't want to overwork my gluten that is in the flour. So I don't want to combine all the dry ingredients into my liquid ingredients, and I have to take a longer time to mix everything out because it probably becomes lumpy. So what you want to do is to cut it in 3 parts, or if it's a larger batch that you're doing, probably more. It depends on how big your batch will be. As you can see, I'm mixing out all of my flour before I add the second batch to it. And when you add the second and the third batch, that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you mix it out properly. After combining my liquid and my dry ingredients, this is what the batter is looking like. And it's looking like this because what I want was more of a pudding type of fruit cake. So if you want your fruit cake to be more like on the cake side fluffy, then you want to add less fruit. If you want it to be like mine, like more of a pudding type of fruit cake, then you want to add more fruit. As you can see, I already prepped my cake tins. I got these cute cake tins from the Dollar Tree. And this is how my butter is looking before I put it in the tin. Guys, it is very thick because I add a lot of fruit to it. That was my preference. But as I said, if you like your fruit cake with less fruit, then by all means add less fruit to your fruit cake. But if you like it thick, like them nice piece of cake where them give you at Jamaican weddings, them little piece of cake them give in a box, so nothing big like your finger. If you like it like that, then you're gonna bake it like this. But if you don't like it like that and you like it more on the cakey side, the more fluffy side, then use less fruits. But I like it like this, and I love the way how my cake turns out. Okay guys, so this is my first time ever doing this, putting water in the bottom of the oven. For what reason, I don't know what possessed me to do that, but I did it, and it took me 2 hours to bake my first batch of cake. And then my second batch, I took the water out, and it took me 45 minutes to bake it. So it's up to you to do what you like, but the cakes, both of them were the same texture, so it's up to you what you want to do. Want to do it for 2 hours or not? Then guys, of course, if you don't have red label wine and some white overproof rum to add on top of the cake, what you doing? You better have some. So I make sure that I have mine. I added 2 tablespoons of the alcohol liquid on my cake. Each one of my cake weigh 2.5 pounds. So it's up to you. Some people like their cake very rummy. If you may ask me, I don't like mine too rummy. And because I wasn't making it for myself, I make sure to just add just the right amount. And guys, what you want to do is to make sure that your cake, it is warm when you're adding your alcohol on top. In that way, it will soak in the alcohol properly in the cake, or evenly in the cake. All right guys, so this is my final product. This cake was literally a week later. As you can see, my cake, it is still moist. See, very moist. And I just keep it at room temp. I just keep it in my oven to store it in my oven. And this is what it's really looking like, guys. So I cut one of my cake, and this is what it's looking like. You can see how moist the cake is looking, guys. And I didn't add no more than just what you saw me adding in the video with the liquid. And it's a whole week later. Look at all that moisture. As you can see, my cake, there's no fruit in my cake. My fruit, they were blended properly, and there is no flour showing in my cake. It is all soft and nice. Look at that, guys. The cake is so good. Really, really, really good. You should try this. Make your own. Thank you guys so much for watching my video to the end. I truly appreciate you, and I hope you guys have one of the best Christmas holiday to date. Happy holiday to you and your family, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.